Alright, welcome back ladies and gents. It didn't take us long. We find ourselves in map 1 overpass. Endpoint, of course, starting on the T side of this one as well. We'll see what they manage to cook up here. They'll be getting up to Surreal, the man with the util. Open Molotov to find out what it is that they're going to be getting themselves into here. What sort of potential trouble might be brewing. CTs as well, they've got one man to try and get this information here. It's going to be smacked immediately, apparently, be removed. I was not expecting a double dink out of Mighty Max, but that is quite the opening here. From the back of that as well. Pretty damn quick, they are going to be headed away, or make their way towards this A site. Although, site taken. Mighty Max. Finding a couple kills already. You know, maybe make it a couple of more, potentially. Surreal, instead. Maybe they heard my concerns about the, about their forms as of recent. They want to try to prove me wrong a little bit here, because so far, so good. The UK boys are stepping up. Maybe they saw their countrymen just a bit of a derby as of recent, as of 30 minutes ago. They got fired up. Not this one. Rygat, last man saving. Smoking a kit. I think he should be fine, even without armor. I think he'll survive. Might go down a little bit low, but he'll be fine. Yeah. Actually, a lot less damage than I thought he would have taken, but... Alright, good to know. Not that much damage taken there. Endpoint, pistol in the bag. Have an Nexus, I'm assuming. They want to go for a bit of save here. Knowing this is not their map pick, Force Spy is probably not going to be that successful no matter how you want to twist it, but go for the gun rounds instead, right? Have the best chance you can take those rounds themselves away. Just here. You're hoping for a miracle. You're hoping the one smoke you have, I don't know. The smoke doesn't really do much. You're seeing if maybe there's something. If they go towards speed, make it do one way, I think that's their idea at the moment. But as we can see, a lot of attention towards long. So Endpoint, they're already trying to test this area of the map here. And it is going to work out pretty damn well. Although I will note here, this is something I keep an eye out on, is the fact that how many SMGs versus rifles are there in second rounds after you win the pistol? Right now, 0 SMGs. Expecting a bit of a force by maybe. Right, because if you had those SMGs, you could have one or two of those go farm, or go just farm immediately, send them out running. Wouldn't be too big of a loss even if you do lose one of those guns. But it is what it is. A little nuanced thing I think about every now and then. Here though, USP's up against the heavy guy himself with the Galil. Here comes the AK as well. MHL is cleaning up nice. Should be alright. USP though does take does do a little bit more damage, but unable to convert that into a kill. 2-0 with only the Galil as a casualty, and points. Going towards round 3 with the CT side, they're going to have themselves those M4s. I do want to see what they get up to immediately. Because I think... I want to see a confident start where they are fighting for map control. I think that's going to be really important headed into this one. Where Overpass itself is a map that they have been struggling with. I want to see them comfortable on it from the get-go. Or at least pretending like they're comfortable, in a way, if that makes sense. But... for now, at least, it's not happening immediately as well. Out towards shoulder, they spot one man towards pillar as well. Trying to see if Smek is wanting to go for a fight, potentially. But now, he's not really interested. The time motor as well immediately. The big AWP, the big green in his hands. Trying to make toilets his own domain, but and he's also got a teammate to try and help out if he needs that. There though. Goes the AWP. And falls up next, having to try and reclaim a little bit of lost land towards A. Is a task too tall for him. And Endpoint. Very quickly they make their way towards an empty site. They even get away with the AWP for MHL. That's an upgrade, easily taken. There's 3-0 about to hit the board pretty much for free, I will say. Yeah, another man to be taken down. Heavy guy who was there the entire round. He'd not moved since the first 20 seconds when he got there. He'll be happy getting a couple of kills out of that one as well with BTN. What's heaven? I mean, it's going to be a little bit scary here. Basically directly beneath the bomb at the moment. Has to get away from that. Oh, is this going to be fine? Yeah, I didn't think so. Little, that's a bit unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for all of the CTs actually. Want to make use of the pistols, the Eagles, but the headshots you need with those pistols, they're currently being delivered to the AKs. Heavy God picking up 3 and Surreal with 2 of his own. Banding ground again. There's not really, there's not much question on who takes that one. But again, the real meat and potatoes of this game is going to be the gun rounds here. We need Nexus to get it themselves a decent start, if nothing else. Because if the CT side they've got less than 5 or 6 rounds, I am going to be very doubtful about that second half. With Endpoint, I believe their CT side as well being... Their win rates being, I think it was close to 70% on this map. Which alone is pretty insane, but I will double check that number. Give me just a moment here to check that. Yeah. CT win rates for Endpoint on Overpass, 67%. And their T side, 60. That's a little tough. That's a little tough to go up against if you are on the side of Nexus here. That was a good place to be. Might be 4-man advantage. If Endpoint aren't careful, they might lose another one. Fessor also now going to be hyper aware of the player, the push towards Fountain, towards Playground. As well, Endpoint. All of them trying to clear Playgrounds, but problem is, 40 seconds remain. They don't really have map control. They've got Fessor and Connector, that's all. Bomb as well now. Being picked up. Head back down towards the B site itself. You gotta try to make this play quickly. If the bomb gets dropped here, that could be the end of this round as well. Keep it in mind. It's the chaos. All of that sort, and MHL up on the entry. Can't fight it. Instead, it's the trade that comes through 15 seconds. Bomb on the back of Mighty Max. Living up to his name, very much Mighty in this case, as he will stand tall until the bomb goes down. Leave the CT side of it just out of try to clutch out a 1v3, which does take down the first one already. And you got him holding the angle and Mighty Max ready to swing off contact if need be. We're not really keeping much of an avenue back into this round, but Adams doesn't really have any other choice either. Swing and a miss. Endpoint 5-0. Even in a 4v5, they still managed to make it work. Also, the little boost at the start of the round, I don't really know what that was for. That was really interesting. I do want to see that again. If Endpoint aren't going for it again, keep an eye on MHL. I'll try and point it out. Maybe we can see it. Oh, what good to just go back and... Oh, see what that was meant for. Hold on a second, Moto. Quick one, quick two. Finally, the CT side. This is not a round that they can't win anymore. He's looking for the third one as well, up close. Could find him, Mighty Max. He's looking to make something happen in this one as well, but Heavy Gust at half HP. This is more than trouble now. Oh, Endpoint, this 6-0 streak. It comes now to checking if Raga is close by this corner or not. Shadows. Oh! Giving away the CZ. Lights up both of them, but Mighty Max survives with 8 HP. And that's where the scout is real handy. Not only scout, USP, AK. Mighty Max as well, he's choosing to go towards the ace site here, or just throw the util. If maybe that'll get something done here, but... Hold on, no, wait. I've been completely bamboozled here. This is the AK towards Monster at the moment. This is... Surely Mighty Max couldn't pull this off. He could not read this even in a million years. At the moment, try to turn around as much as he can. And there's Smek as well to the side of the round. AK thrown to the side. Nexus, welcome to the board. What a round. What a start as well by Moto and the scout. What is this? Adams again? This is what I wanted to see. I still wanted to see them look like they're confident on this map. Show a little bit of something, show a little bit of skin here. I'll be afraid of taking a couple of fights, and I'd say discounts. Immediately as well. Having gone for that toilet, or the playground control and connector as well was being held, but BTN just demolished apparently. Bring it back now as well. Look at the damage though, it has been done already. MHL did a 15 at first, so half HP himself. Well, Mighty Max has snuck through. There's a matting toilet as well you do gotta worry about. Or divider corner still though. It's the narrative. As now as well he strikes Adams 1 and 2. Don't put the bomb just yet, but he has Mighty Max, reveals his position. Make sure the toilets will be shut down now, but the rotations are coming through as well. The bomb can go down itself, that's not a worry, but hold on! The flag is here. Can't go down that easily, can't go down as towards the toilets instead. They'll have to try to see if there's a way out of this little jigsaw puddle they find themselves in. See if decided to in the bank, that's 1 down. Smek as well could find himself at the end of the AK of Mighty Max, who's now swinging around! Trying to make this round work somehow in any way he can. As the damage does get dealt at the IGL, try to bring this one with a couple of bullets to make the difference. Molotov bank. Raga already knows as well this. But he's already sticking the defense as well. 5 seconds, he's sticking it as well. Mighty Max not believing it's a stick. Eventually goes out, but it's too late. Take the round away from Endpoint. Stick the defense, don't even fight it. Now for Nexus. That's a decent start. That's something you can start working off of. Unfortunately, the money, that's not a thing that's really there. That's a bit of an issue, I'd say, but everything besides that... We'll see what this timeout now has done, but again, keep in mind, I said the money is not there for Nexus just yet. If this gets stopped right here, that's gotta be a bit of a kick in the nuts. They can't really afford to lose these early rounds, and what I said is still standing behind it as well, of course. They need, I'd say, 7 at minimum on this CT half. And that as well, I would say, includes the pistol in the next round as well. Or next half. But, worry for the future, we'll see if any of that actually holds true. Maybe I'm just overestimating Endpoint CT half, which I don't think I am, but we'll see. Here, again, short, being given away basically for free here with the CT side. So, Endpoint, they're able to get into position to set up here for a bit of a B play. Couple of smokes, flashbangs, and in they go. It's simple as that. We'll see what Heavy God can do with the entries. He's got that first one, but now got Spec to try and hold on to this one as well. He's got a teammate in the Monster who can slow this down, but it's not even a full commitment. He only sent out the first matter to see if maybe he could get a multi-kill here in chase of something great. Unable to find that on the C side. Now thinning with MHL removed and Smek as well. Having heard Fessler come downstairs resulted in a pretty of an easy kill. All that though does lead to a bomb plant here on the B side. Mighty Max. He's sponging the ditches, but he's still in a 2v4 with Surreal to try and help him out. Bail out Endpoint out of a tough position. Short as well, they know there's going to be a man coming sooner than later. There it is. You start first one on Mighty Max, now in another clutch situation. Last one did go his way. Now ammo is concerned as well here. It will be taken out. Removed out of the end. Adams on the defuse. Couple of kills from Braga as well. Nexus. I'd say this confirms they are going to be building up this sort of a CT side now. Although Endpoint, my god. I gotta tell you, it doesn't get easier with the CTs here, because Endpoint money oozing out of their pockets. Mighty Max drops an AWP, buys an AK. Just casually spends 10k in this round. He goes into the next one instead, or this one. Hold on, this is interesting though. 4-man A-stack. Access this is risky as hell, but I don't think it's gonna really raise any alarm bells for Endpoint. With the fact that they haven't been fighting for short at all, they are not gonna realize anything is different or too different as of just yet. That's interesting. But when are they gonna try to make use of the stack? Because right now, Endpoint, they're not focusing on mid at all. So if they keep this here without getting information, going for any sort of play, then this is simply put isn't gonna work out. Oh, even if they do, apparently. A couple of kills do reveal that they had a 3-man stack towards the A site. Heavy God does remove the only B-man as well. Leaving Fessor to try and stop the last two if they do decide to come down connector. Seemingly not their idea, though. Endpoint. I'm gonna start this, or start the quick end to Nexus as well here. Gonna stop them from getting too much. Vessor as well. We'll make sure they can only save the one. Adams will say should be fine here. Round 10 of course as well. And the CT side only having that AWP saved is going to prove a little bit of a difficult one, I will say, but not opposed to them taking around like this, because Adams, I mean, hey, sneaks in one there with the AWP, but a quick trade, they do spot a couple others towards B as well. Seems like they don't realize just how many players there are, but it doesn't matter in the end, apparently. Just USPs, no armor, and MHL. He's feeling a bit of a feast for himself to make Endpoint get 7 on the board now. It is now round 11, CT side again. Guns out. Let's see where this again now takes us. Because I am a little scared now. If I wasn't before the game actually started, this is not giving me a lot of confidence in the first map here for the Romanian squad. But one can still hope. I want to see them decent stuff at least. Even if they don't win this, I want to see them show improvement on the map here. Which I think is also being shown by the fact that they have been going for the mid control here. They've been fighting for the playground pushes a couple of times. Double stack towards connector as well. They had a decent idea, but problem is coming to fall that they did leave short control completely uncontested. They didn't have anyone watching the door. And simply put, they just got sandwiched by 3 plays towards connector, so there's that early issue here. Or early in the sense of the round itself, because short, it should have been fall for a little bit more. I don't think we've seen a single round Nexus have actually gone for short. Which, if you know much, or if you know about overpass, short and connector are all going to be basically hand in hand about the most important parts of the map here. In terms of T-side of control, so neither of those is really being contested. You do have free reign to go wherever you want to. And this round again is going to be no different than the others. Moto with a 1v3. Off the save town. So 3-8. Days, looking like 3-9 in a couple of seconds here. But the CT side, they've done something in terms of defense here. Actually, a lot more than I thought would have been possible. Well done towards short, though, will clear the first man. Although I believe MHL will try to clear this as well. Let me show it. It'll cost him his life as well. Oh no. Looking a little rough here. Now, I said I wanted to see the improvements, and the fact is that the mid takes have been interesting at least. They've resulted in map control. Endpoint, they've been giving that away. But that's because short's been so free. Like, look at this as well. They don't even bother smoking the Molotov, because they just run in. Heavy gun. Will fight himself taken down, fully blinded this time. But still, he just runs in through a Molotov because he knows no one's going to be there to punish him close. There's absolutely no one there. Now, though, CT side. Gotta watch out a little bit, right? Especially. That is not an easy angle to try and go up against. Well, Endpoint. Seemingly wanting to commit to this B play as well here. See, maybe they've got something they can penetrate the defense with 30 seconds remaining as well. They don't really have time to go back towards A either. So, having to commit to this now, we'll see if the results are going to be there. Because this is weird. They're actually are they going to actually go A? They're actually going A. Close the door and all. All right. Let's start. Needs to be the man to find this first kill here on the motto, but seems like the AWP is a little bit too wary of this. 10 seconds though. True love at the moment to be planted MH Shell, though. He's here to cover for the AWP as well, so trying to find one, but that's all the T-side to get out of that one somehow. That is a really good around here. They just play the time, hope the CT side re-aggress. None of them did. They don't get an entry anywhere. At least none that really affect things the way they wanted to. Okay. Nexus, I mean, sure, that work still is around. But I don't know, though. Whose flash was that in the start of the round did blind heavy gun? Because that could have been a make it or break it sort of start to this one. Double off for the CT side, though. Already paying off for Raga, having found the first one. And again, short control, right? Not contested, CTs, though. They'll happily welcome 1 or 2 kills if they are given for free like that. Oh. It might have an idea now that Endpoint are going to try and do that a little bit again. A little bit more, but let's see what this run has at first. But, okay. Nothing else. 5 to 9. Nexus. A 6th one maybe gives them a chance, but still, I really don't really see don't see a huge way back into this, because, well, that T side is not going to be one that they're ever going to be comfortable on. And yeah, quick reminder as well to those who don't know, code CCT is a really gives you a bit of a bonus on one of our partners' sites. Hellkit, for example. Here, though, smoke is going to be a bit of a miss. That doesn't allow the CCT side to run away as efficiently as they wanted to, but we'll see the actual price they pay. Surreal. We'll find a Raga out of that one. The result of that one. Another one again. The smoke is. How was they hoping for? Seem like they are very much aware of heavy guarded though. They are going to be leaving him alone towards the site as well, so he can find one, that's great. If not, that's the key to go, or signal to go towards A now. And pretty damn quick they're going as well. This is going to be very passive at the CT side here. Adams now has the smoke to play around. He's going to have the shadows headed his way, but can be pre-fired. That's the problem. But again, the CT side, they've got a couple other players on the site. 20 seconds remaining as well. That's another worry for the T side right now. Endpoint, they staggered a little bit too long here, I'd say. But they're hoping Mighty Max is able to throw them back into this round somehow, but 1 and 2 the T side. Now crack up the A side, 1 more towards Bank though, who you gotta worry about Infestor. Barely puts down that bomb in a moto. Eagle in hand finishes the job as well. 6-9 apparently. Halftime. It's alright. Problem comes the second half though. We'll see how Nexus do recover, if they do at all on Endpoint. Oh, they gotta take this first map without problem. Don't go ever, we'll find the answer to that in a minute or so. Hey, what's up? We're back. For half 2. Endpoint now put on the CT side of their map pick. And now, funnily enough, to those who don't know, right? Nexus, they played out of the match today as well. Yes, but it was 5 in the ESE Advanced. And they played Overpass. The entire score, a 16-7. And it was a 6-9 half. Now, that means they only got 1 round on their T side. That was only, what, a couple of hours ago? That's not a good sign for what's to come here. But we'll see. Sometimes the playstyles don't just clash, or don't fit well together. Things don't go too well, but overall, they still got a lot to prove on this T side nonetheless. Fessor trying to defend A here. Taking towards long, he's found himself another kill, 2 in total before the site gets taken over. Here, a couple of nades, no target found, however, not even a speck of damage. Not even the dust over their shoulders. T-side of Rag up. Glock great for this position. A couple players headed his way, trying to jump into it as well. That they do, leaving just Moto. Well, the bomb is being defused, so this is a done around here already. Moto's got no say in this one. Oh, the defuse as well, so Real will finish it off. Mighty Max gets the final kill. And Endpoint on the 10. Side though. 4-5 for the boys here. Interesting. The real one is Molotov though. Is it? Okay, I think it's just for short. Interesting. Has a bit of a different lineup than just most people. I'm not sure if there's a special use for the Molotov. Maybe it goes a little bit deeper than normal ones, but either way, it's got a funky little lineup for that. Someone can figure that out. Why he did exactly that, but it is what it is. T-side. Slow and steady for now. We'll be out for a couple of challengers soon. Long toilets might be the first area where they do get one. Eventually MHL and the scout as well. Now timing is everything. I don't know if they realize this, but Vessor does manage to surprise on the first at least. Now, rotation's got to be made to cover for that fact as well, the lack of information they have now. If they want to go towards the A side itself is a totally different question, because they can still back up as well. CT side, they don't really have anyone who's covering that in connector at the moment. But soon enough they will. Flashbang in, and heavy shot into the MP9 as M4 for Surreal as well. They start to fire away with a couple of their own kills. Seemingly, disaster has been averted here. A couple of kills they find, but no bomb plan, nothing else. Endpoints do get on to 11. After a bit of a dance with potential demise itself, but they're a decent dance partner. They do take it away. They take the lead. They retain it. Nice. And there you go. Okay. 12-6 to Endpoint. Myself didn't really have much going for Nexus, but now we got a chance again with the guns here. Because if there is any hope they bring this back, it has to start right the hell now. That's no secret. But then again, in the best of 3 itself here, you do gotta keep in mind that Vertigo, which of course is coming up next, if my mind isn't completely broken here, is a map that at Endpoint themselves they've been struggling on quite a bit, so there's a couple of punish picks right now. Since Overpass, a weak one for Nexus, and of course on the other side of the coin, Vertigo is going to be a little bit of a tough one for Endpoint to try and do much in. So you've got, you know, got something there for both teams to work with. Right now though, Mech did find the entry towards B, but it's Surreal who does bring it back himself. Well, now he's got to worry about Monster, who will be sprayed down. We're moving to the T side. They might just continue from the back of this as well. But instead, throw the util and up connector they go. Hope this creates a sort of a timing they can work with. In a window towards the A side, now they eventually as well, they start to run it. They know they gotta up their pace. Go a little bit quicker with this, but MHL. M4 at far range. We'll see how he can tap away if he can at all, but smoked off. Nade goes in instead. Moment to plan to complain for the retake here on the Endpoint side, which I don't think they would want to go for. Well, surely MHL isn't thinking of anything crazy here. Has he smoking a kit? No, he's not gonna try this. He's not gonna try this. He tried it. I don't think he would have time, or would have had time even if he gets that kill. But you're gonna let a man dream anyways. Still had another play to worry about it towards toilets as well. That wasn't really gonna work out. No matter what. 7 to 12. Endpoint. Now comes the real test, because if they end up losing this one, they give an avenue back into this at least. or a light chance. Not an avenues yet. They still gotta get a couple more steps in until that. This is ballsy. CT's just walking into monster. Although the man at the other side, of course, removed him. Though I do wonder though, we've already seen Nexus go for this short control for the first couple of rounds here, with them being this keen on taking it for the first, or at least in the beginning of the C side. Why were they neglecting it so much on the CT side? Right now, I just don't see that connection. No matter what it is, but that's just something they gotta work with, or work on. Trying to fix that for the later games they've got. Yeah, though it's real. Drop a smoke, trying to play around it for as long as he can to stay alive. By time for his teammates rotating around, but Raga will not allow for any such plays to have happened. Instead, you gotta worry about the other couple CTs that are still here. Or one CT still here. Heavy got it. Playing all the way from hell. Or ABC here. Oh, what can he do? He does have a kit here, but I really don't think he's gonna try and go for the ninja defuse. Would he be going for, or would we be trying it 2 rounds in a row? There's no time anymore either. These said would be able to react to it or too quickly. A couple of exit kills, right? There should be one easily available onto Adams, yeah. Besides that, though, round's done. Nexus on to an 8th. You're starting to wonder, right? Is there a chance for Nexus to actually now get back into it? I say, be cautious, but potentially, yes. It's never over until it's actually over. But it is just this T-side depth, the tactical playbook they have. It's not there to support what Endpoint have on this map and how well they've been playing on this. And the CT side being their coup de grace on any map. Nope. Pretty damn easily towards the B side itself. Well, Surreal does tap away at 1. That's all they seem to be getting here. Heavy got again, save it as AK. He's got his priority straight. When eventually as well that bomb gets planted, that'll eventually secure the round, and there it is. 9 to 12, Endpoint. They walk into the next round with, I believe, an AWP, an AK, and a couple of M4s. I would imagine Heavy got to just drop the AWP here. If I'm not completely misreading the... I mean, you should be able to... Should be able to drop that one. With a little bit of util. But he's already got the kit, so... You know, he's got a little bit. He's got something. Now, one of the round again, of course, T side. They've done well in these last couple of rounds to make sure they've got a little bit of money in the bank. They've got a safety net established for when Endpoint inevitably get themselves back around. They'll still be able to purchase back with another one of their own. They're gonna be looking too bleak if that's the case, or when that's the case. Yeah, though Heavy God apparently gets blasted out of the air, or the boost. Not sure if that's really even a... or that matters which one it was, because Riga still makes him... or makes him a dead man. Round 22 with the T side. Thinking about going towards mid, but MHL a step ahead. We'll make sure the smack at least doesn't get too far. No, it's... Fessor is towards connector if I saw that correctly. That's at least something here, but... Control of the map now falls to the hands of the T's Riga. Pretty lucky to find that kill there, but hey, he still gets it. Endpoint. They might start sweating soon, because this is a little unexpected. A couple of entries and such. The C side, they're getting themselves propped up for round of 10. One plan towards A as well, it confirms it. Endpoint. Surprisingly being pushed here. Being pushed towards the edge. Again, T side, a couple of players are going to be surviving. They're going to be fine. Their economy and such should be fine. Again, it gets a basically a ±0 depending if anyone else goes down, of course. Good question. There's always an answer to it. One more has to go down, so at least a little bit of economical damage. It's not a lot, but... Okay, now there's a little bit more. Oh, you get a little bit of economical damage. Of course, I could have just waited until the round was over. Over to actually, say the point itself, but still. Moving on to round number 23. Endpoint. Take a time out. This is well needed at this point. It's similar to the Nexus. They're not fighting for sure that much. Which I don't know why. I really don't know why that's not, or why that's happening at the moment. But it's just not something that they're gonna be too keen on, apparently. See what else? If anything else. Well, the Romanian squad. Though Fessor getting creative, has Deagle only to work with. It is a save round for the CT side, basically, with the weapons they managed to bring over. But I am being surprised here by this T side at the moment. Now, it would be the right time right now when I'm praising this Nexus side to see Endpoint take away a round like this with the caster's curse and all that, but surely that's not going to happen. Even if Mighty Max does open up with the first one. Real is going to have a couple plays headed his way soon as well. Door, not sure if it's blown up. I believe so. Yeah, Smek walked on through. AK spotted, immediately going down as well. Now couple more. It's Real! Need to shut down this round. You're looking at 1 versus 4 here, Moto. A little bit out of his depth at the moment. Scout in heaven. AK towards short and a Moto attack down as well. And I can't believe it actually happens, but Endpoint, they do walk away with the round. Surreal 4 kills. God damn. I can take pause as well now. Anything, any pause will work for Endpoint, I'd say. But at least have now something to start working about on the second half eventually. Really, we don't have any information about the pause itself, but it'll be over sooner than later, so don't worry. Rarely do we have any insanely long pauses, but we're still trying to figure out exactly when the BTN is reconnecting, what the actual issue is, but hopefully it's nothing too serious. Give us a moment, of course. We'll just have to wait this one out, unfortunately. But a chance to catch her breath, if nothing else. Try to figure out where this is now going to be going. Because, again, same as what I just said. Endpoint, not really fighting for short that much, which I do want to see a change to. But we'll see what actually ends up happening. And, okay, finally getting word as well. And apparently, BTN has restarted his internet. He's got an issue or something, I don't know. Could be just a scheduled update. I don't know. There are a lot of things over the sort, but by the way, give us a few minutes. We'll try and get the action back to you. In the meantime, you can enjoy the drone flying around the map, doing a couple of 360s. Enjoy the views of Overpass. Yeah, potentially it is might be a decent idea as well now. Let's head over to a quick break, I believe so. Put us onto the intermission screen. We'll be right back with the game. Ladies and gents, we'll continue in a moment. Alright, right as we went to the break screen, BTN reconnected. Gave it a couple seconds, we're back. Of course, I don't know how our producer didn't foresee this. I thought he has visions of the future, I thought he could see this, but shame on me for believing in such magical powers. Not happening, not this time. Didn't foresee this one, but 10 to 13, I don't think anyone foresaw Nexus giving us a bit of a show in the second half here. Even if Endpoint did pick up that last round. We'll see if potentially, or what they can do now potentially next. Here, another short take, this time a little bit different. They'll have BTN run out first to see if anyone is close, if there's any sort of danger, and a trade potential if needed. The boost as well here, but and find out it didn't flash towards Monster. Thinking maybe they want to swing this, maybe not, but What I'm seeing here is Nexus very much approaching the B site, which currently is rotated away from Endpoint. They've got 2 players defending it. Real and Mighty Max both at once there. Smokes Molotovs, the utility going towards the site as well. That Molly goes a little bit too deep to actually affect it. What about the flashbangs? Let's see how those do work out. Because here's Surreal. AK ready to... There's no time to go A. Surely there's no time. The bomb gets dropped as well. That's it. That's the round. Fessor has single-handedly saved Endpoint around here. That is a insane rotation to make at that point of the round. God damn. Endpoint with 14. Nexus punish for the last round and wondering if they have anything else to offer after that one. It was looking good for so long. But a couple of rounds might be what Endpoint just need. Back now. Just find one back. You still need a miracle to make a round like this work. That's the problem. MHL. Him as well, not allowing for any miracles. Really, no miracles allowed by MHL. 4 kills found, making 15 for Endpoint. Just like that as well. Map point. It took them a while. There was a chance. There was a real chance Nexus could have made this more competitive, but they lost a couple of rounds they really should not have. And here we are, putting themselves at 10-15. We'll see if this is the end of map 1, though. Keep in mind, map 2 isn't really going to be looking that much better than this current map for Nexus. So keep that in mind, but nonetheless. Out towards B, what could be the final play? Uraga delivers a deadly headshot. And they need 5 of those. 4 more to go. Surreal. Towards Water trying to defend. Now the first time he's thrown this defensive smoke, they know exactly what it's for, but this time CT's order rotations are going to be here as well, so they can't try and hunt him down either. That's the problem. That's the issue they have in Surreal. He's actively looking around these smokes to see if they can find any in the open. Him and Fessor team up for 1. And now a couple more need to be found, and what the hell have they just done? 4 in a split second, like dominoes on the kill feed. They traded 1-2, 1-2. Nexus on to 12, or 11, excuse me, but my god. Out of nowhere, both deliver a double at a crucial time. They keep the game going, they keep it still in, or still possible. How possible is this all going to be then? Moto. Orbital search for the entry here towards B. Flash is decent as well, but the CT side trying to stop them from getting anywhere too far. Still hoping something works out here. Oh, rag up. Trying to start something towards B. Even while full blind, the CT decided to get themselves the entry. We've got 45 seconds still remaining. We've got Fessor in the back lines. I think this might be it. Last round heroics. This round, nothing they can do. Full blind again. This round, it's just not going the way of the T's here. We've got Smek with the rotation on the flank. Could fight a couple, but problems arise. The fact is, you still need to get the bomb with 20 seconds remaining. Last round itself was a miracle, a gift. They managed to get that one. Surely it's not happening again. Bomb needs to be recovered. It's directly on Mighty Max, and Fessor sprays them down as well. In the smoke, he knows what he's got to do. 16-11, they take it. Endpoint, their map pick goes a little bit longer than initially expected, potentially, but either way, they do take it. They continue their 100% win rate on it. It's been 6 games, now 7. They've won every single one of those, but now comes the problem for Vertigo, a map that they've really been struggling on. One upside is they did recently have a win against the Young Ninjas on it, 16-12. Maybe they've got a little bit of confidence headed into it. I don't really know. But what I do know is that Nexus, they look real damn good nonetheless, and Vertigo, I expect things to go a little bit differently, a lot differently. We'll see if that's going to be the case after a quick break, ladies and gents. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for map 2. Don't go anywhere.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-bet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault, and the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gents. We're going to be headed towards our second map of the best of 3 here. To find out what sort of map 2 we might be getting here. If Endpoint, if they've got a 2-0 in the bag, at the moment, I don't think so. I'm ready to be proven wrong, but I do not see that happening at the moment. Nexus, it was not their mapping and overpass. We knew it was a far cry for them to actually take the W on that first map as well. But now we headed towards a map they're actually comfortable on. One that they've actually practiced more, or practiced and played more than a couple of times. It's Vertigo. For Endpoint, it is, well, it's alongside Anubis the map they've so far had the least success on. I mean, maybe Nuke as well, you want to put in there as well. But they've got a couple of maps they're not really too great on. Vertigo, one of those is one. And I'm not going to be feeling too good about this one. Of course, I said it right before the break as well. Endpoint, they had a 6 losing streak on this, but they had a win as of recently, a couple of days ago, I think, what, 4 or 5 days ago, against the Young Ninjas. That's the only one they've had in a month. So, there definitely are going to be a couple of issues headed into Vertigo. I hope we get to see something from Endpoint to fight back, or for them to fight back here. But we'll see what Nexus can do to force out that third map of the series as well. If we need that third one, it's going to be Mirage here. But let's see what the Romanians have up their sleeves right now, though. Headed towards A immediately as well, denied with the first man. That's the real. He tapped away the first. Now, Nexus still wondering, should they go for this? The smokes are already down, so they kind of have to. It's just about getting that time and gap to actually walk into the site. Double nade towards Tetris as well. Out towards site. Bomb's been planted, CT side. What do you do after? What did the T side do to get out of this pickle they're in? Unlike the ones you might have heard of, this one is not a funny one. Mech needs to tap away with the Glock 18! And he's doing exactly that! Look at him go! Oh, for nearly the ace as well. Bails them out of their round. My god. That is nasty. Close range Glock headshots. God damn. There was no other way out of that one. B side. Up against the force of Endpoint now. MP9, Deagles, and a 5-7. A couple of smokes to try and delay. One of which shoulder being deployed towards ramp as well. Might throw another one in, just for fun as well. We'll see if they're feeling that, because right now, they're feeling the A side quite a bit. The B side, not so much. As in, they've got no one B. Here. Getting smokes coming out as well here for the B side. I'll make sure all of the B side as well is taken care of, and pretty easily, yes. Endpoint, with a force bite like this, they're not really... They don't want to go for the buy. They don't want to... Or they don't want to go risk anything here. Knowing they've got USPs in the next round waiting. Of course, it's pretty basic, but still. UNO for Nexus, Surreal. I mean, he might get one here if they exit out to mid, if anyone does, but doesn't look like it. Might have a bit of a unicorn around here. Everyone's surviving. Ooh. Hold on, BTN? I think he's gonna be fine by the bomb. Yeah, he doesn't even take damage. He'll be fine. Everyone indeed does survive. Not often we see one of these, but right now we do. Heading towards round number 3 now. CT's again. Same route as last one. Exact same one. And the thing is, this time, if they do end up, you know, if they do end up losing the bomb site, they've got a reason to actually go for it, because they can buy the extra, they can sacrifice a couple of players. Oh, this though, Surreal immediately taking down the upper amp lurk smoke for Smack. Eventually. Oh, we get to see the CT side go for a couple of fights, and I mean, hey, it's paying off here. Absolutely punishing the C side. Caught off guard, even if a little bit. Raids are there. Mighty Max gets away with a couple. Last man as well, eventually. Fesser just walks on in. He was hoping maybe they would have gone B for a little bit, but nope. Play same as the initial plan. They do go towards A, and there you go. 3-0 for Nexus, of course. How the gun rounds come into question. This is the actual interesting part of the question of the game. How does this one go? The gun rounds are the ones that answer is similar to Overpass. The start of that one. It was not great for Nexus, right? They had a 6-9 half on the CT side. I said 7 probably would have been required. 8 or 7 to 8 minimum. In the position they were at the start of it all, of course, so here I'm assuming Endpoint needed something similar as well. We'll see how quickly they get started, though, because that's got to be a totally different matter as well, totally different question. pretty slow for Nexus, though. And Michelle, here's the glass break, knows what's coming. Dodging the mollies, getting into different positions instead. Trying to help out his teammate a little bit, though. Fessor will miss the timing on Smek. He's managed to get up towards Crane, and that does catch Mighty Max. Oh, got that boost as well. Should be dismantled soon enough, but they still get away with the first one. Even things up here, 4-on-4. CT side, eventually are going to face the wrath of a couple more T side players, spearheaded by Smek. And a moment to be planted as well. This is pretty much done right at this point, unless MHL has got something magical in his back pocket. Here, the M4 straight could have been it. Raga, instead of knowing it was tagged, he pulls out the Glock instead, and that seals this round. Okay, for Heavy got it to work with. Uh-oh, stealth and Nexus. Pretty good. All of them A-okay, they'll be just fine. See what Endpoint managed to muster up and around like this now. In reality, you're not expecting much, but a deagle or two, of course. I mean, we saw a couple of rounds ago, they did manage to get quite a few kills. Put it down to a, what, 1v2. So economical damage potentially is going to be dealt, but besides that, I don't know. Oh, the B push. Accumulate. Expected at a point or another. Oh, they're extremely ready for the position here. That makes me wonder if they have any other ideas prepared for Vertigo, potentially. If they had enough time to prepare for this, maybe they checked a couple of demos, or maybe they just were able to guess which map we're going to. No B side taken, right? Nexus though just wanted to see if there were any leftover CTs after the initial push, but they just said, you know what, no. Let's go for a full-on retake. Let's try to gamble towards A. It didn't work out. Now they'll be forced to try and retake B itself, which this one, not as easy. We saw this a couple of hours ago as well, the triple boost. It worked out back then, it works out now. Different game, different players, but now the retake is suddenly on, actually. 15, 20 seconds of time. But unless they actually get to the side real damn quick and start the defuse, there's absolutely no way they could actually win this one. Heavy got he taps the bomb, but he realizes there's no time. Endpoint, they get all the kills, they get all the guns. Well, the round goes the way of the CT, or T side of there. So we're headed to next here. Depending point, maybe they can now take the round itself. Surreal, he's going to start things off with the duel in mid, find himself the victim. Trying to get the one as well. Holding gaps here, hold on, this... Not sure it's next Spotsy, but... Absolutely, MHL did see the one on the other side here as well. Playing towards round, but unfortunately getting caught with a nade on his hand. Fessor is only good at the first one. They still have another line of defense toward the side, so it's Mighty Max. Nade, oh my god, I did not think it was going to go on for that long, and Adams... Slam dunk. Endpoint might be walking away with the first round after all. Hoping he'll be given a duel here in any way, but Bully isn't going to force a fight, but I mean, Surreal still takes it. Mighty Max walks away with the AWP, and just like that, Endpoint, they're on the board. They get things going, they get them started. Last ramp take. Trying to catch Endpoint off with a little bit of speed here. See if there's any gap they can try and use. Ooh, waymate shell. Finds himself the victim of the AK. Missed shot flashbangs and such. You put Nexus and man up here, and not only man up, if you look at the weaponry here, it's not looking too good for the Tisa at all here, so they need everything they'll be given. DTs though. Towards the back of B, Heavy Guy is still trying to test the area to see if he can find a couple of kills. He found the first one and now leaves it on to Surreal trying to close out the round, but instead more clutches to be had. Last one was Moro who tried something. Now it's BTN, but he stabbed that bomb. He's got the first one, and Fessor had nade. Finish it off instead of forcing it out to a little bit wider fight, but the AKs while struggles. You end up giving Fessor the opportunity to go for the round itself. Second pick down for Endpoint. Very much was a struggle there for both players to find the kill, but they do. Fessor as well, I will say, was a little quiet on overpass, but I would say Surreal more than made up for that as well, so it is what it is. It is alright. This round, the pistols, last round of course was Nexus the only money they had at the bank. So 5 over the lead, but pretty quick they've been punished. There's what, 5-6 bullets in the bag for Fessor. Still makes it count. Look at that. Going for the ace. Can't do so, unfortunately. Eco kills, 4 in total. Ain't bad, a little bit of stat padding. We'll see what round 9 has in store for us, because, again, now the guns are coming out for this T side. Next, what this T side are going to be getting up to. Again, we saw this quite a bit earlier today as well. The ramp smoke trying to be used. Trying to lurk through that T side now, though. Lurking through, and, well, not really lurking through, powering through towards the B side until Surreal says enough. Big rotation on the side after Heavy God's demise. What's that one as well? They've got a 2-man advantage on the CT side. They got to hang on to that right now. But the problem is, right, for the CT side, if they don't read the split that's happening, if Riga gets this first one, then it allows for Moto to activate in the meantime as well. They could have very much just assumed they were grouping up together at this point of the round, but that wasn't the case. And instead, you put it down to a 2v2. What was a 2-man advantage very quickly has been reduced. Leader removed. Slam dunk of a nade, though. Hold on, Riga's down. Last man now going out to the side as well, Moto. Elevator smoke to try and separate these CTs, but different positions. Mighty Max towards Tetris. Quick fake plant gets rid of him, but here's the second as well. 10 seconds, Moto. Any bullets to mag, though I don't know if there is enough. It doesn't matter. Real straight up takes the duel and wins it. Yeah, Nexus, the money they have, not looking too great at the moment. Now towards the B side. Have you got it? Now the first time he's played towards quad here. Trying to see what he can do. The smoke will reveal his position eventually, and he'll be removed pretty quick as well from the equation, from the round. Bomb going down to the T side right now as well. One info to work with. They're still trying to get a little close and personal with the pistols they have. Tech 9 of Smek did test around the around CT as well. Nade's doing more damage again, chipping away. Well, this is a deadly setup as well. This is basically collapsing, the CTs as they begin to enter. But it doesn't matter. They handle it, and they handle it well. Last man is BTN. We'll find it. Another round for the CT side here. The idea was decent there for the T side, right? They were going to play close angles. As soon as one of the CTs peeks in, every single one of them gets a reaction as well. But Endpoint, they get all the kills. It is very much outcome oriented there. I mean, so is basically everything in Counter-Strike, but you're betting a lot on these close angles there and hoping they manage to do something. Hoping for the best outcome. Smek forces the best outcome towards this ramp duel. As well, advancing through mid. If they hold this for long enough, they might find one towards construction, towards the window, but having just missed the timing. We'll see what the CTs want to do about this one, because Surreal takes the fight. He's still got two more around the corner here for the Riga to try and deal with. Not a fan of it, though. Loading stickers, we've got a little bit of black magic here, apparently. That's something here to worry about. Mighty Max, he's going to try and find the right time here, see if there's anything for him to do. But not enough. Heavy got it. Maybe goes for him, and not enough. He's been out of the round, and you leave MHL in 1v2. Now, problem is, Smek has to drop on him, and MHL is dead. So, Nexus eventually was 5 rounds in a row now. For Endpoint, they decided to get themselves back on track, wake up again. Where else are we going? What else do we have? Almost thought, no. Usually would have seen a little bit of action towards ramp at this point. A couple of smokes, potentially Smek walking through those, but they're trying to change things up in the approach. As well, Killfeeder removes Smek towards the A ramp here. Try to find something towards B in the meantime, but the smoke does give Heavy Guard a slight advantage. Adams been out and removed. You've got Endpoint looking for round number 6 here. Leg up on this one, of course, with the 5v2. Few seconds though. You can always see it's a save call for the T side here, but no. Decent round for Endpoint, of course. Heavy Guard defending the B side as he should. They shot down their plan B as well. Smek removed outside of A. Or was ramp, I guess.
Counter-terrorists win.
Being Endpoint fight back now. Now, the thing is, I'm still worried about the same thing I was worried about on that map 1 for Nexus. I'm worried about the T side for Endpoint. I've already got to say, it's not the same sort of map as Overpass. It's not, the dynamics are a lot different. So there's obviously not going to be the same sort of correlation to it, but at Endpoint, from what I can tell, their T sides have been a little bit weaker overall. And, well, for Nexus, of course, their CT... Or, ooh, actually, their CT side has been a little weaker as well. So, there's that as well, so... Maybe I shouldn't be that scared. Mighty Max, though. That's a little bit scary. It is this T side, apparently, that has had a 62% win rate for Nexus. And their CT side with about a... Let me get this right. 38. So there's definitely a gap there to try to exploit. Now second half here. Ram control falls to the hands of a Nexus 4v3 as well to go with that. Scythe. Taken over. Fessor trying to defend whatever he can. However he can. All going for the bomb plant, Adams. Pretty lucky the CT side don't have any needs at the moment. Well, it was the only thing he had. This round is done. Can't force a fight. That's all. Nexus on to a 7th here now, so... Potentially the last couple of games now, the CT side being maybe a little bit weaker for Nexus. It would give this a different sort of... idea altogether now, actually. I'm looking at it, yeah, they've had, like, last couple of games they played, they had a 11-4 and 10-5 T-halves. Yeah, 10-5. They've been having really good T-sides overall. It's the second half where things have gotten a little, scary at times. Or, for Nexus. I guess there's something to go off there. Misread that one apparently at the beginning, but... It is what it is. Mighty Max. Let's see how mighty the MP9 is. Fading smoke, there's one man in the open. Smek has been removed at yellow. And the MP9, no, it continues. Very much welcome duels. Heavy Guard at him towards me as well. Having found the bomb, BTN thought he'd create enough space to allow for the rotations tower to catch off the rotations later. Alright. That's the right idea. Mighty Max is in the smoke. The problem is exactly when the timing is, when he decides to swing out. Nade. Decent. Not so decent. Aim, though, even better. 1v2 for BTN. Not the flash he was hoping for, but we'll see what he can manage to cook up here. Has that nade still, Mighty Max at half HP. Maybe. Could go down, but I don't really know. They've got to try to play it around the box as well. They do spot him, Mighty Max. Give steps all over the place in the BTN. It's confused by loud noises. 7-7. We'll see what endpoint on. I got to be queuing up for the last shot at the half here. Remember, if we needed the third map, it would be Mirage. It's a pretty 50-50 for both teams. So at that point, we're just looking at the individuals who can aim a little bit better, as Mirage often is. It's often a lot of that, but we'll see if we go to that. Because right now, I'm a little concerned for that second half. I won't lie. Maybe Endpoint got something to cook in as well. Individually, I mean, most are there at the moment. MHL, he's lagging behind, but everyone else 10 or 11, 12 kills, right? Looking pretty decent, but then again, you've got Smek on the other side. He's been extremely crucial in these T rounds, especially towards ramp, to find those entries oftentimes. How's that going to translate over towards the CT side when you need everyone else to fire up as well? That's towards me though. Mighty Max, heavy got it to the defending. Fisher as well apparently here. We've got a 3-man defense instead. Last manifesto did come from the stairs, and now he's smacking again. I just said how good he's been, how influential he has been in these rounds, but that's been towards A. This is on B. We close out the half with 8-7 endpoint. We'll see what second half holds, if they kind of close things out. Right, welcome back. We'll find out now what the second half holds. What's Endpoint got on this T side? I mean, the numbers do back them up a little bit here, we'll say, with, well, Nexus having a slight struggles as their recent CT sides. It has been their 10, 5, 11, 4 T halves that haven't really been pushing them over the edge to get those wins as well as they have. So this is going to be a little bit of a questionable one, especially with the pistol going as it is right now. Seemingly Endpoint. I'm gonna cleanly take this one. Surreal, though, I mean, might be a victim, but whether or not he goes down, it's gonna be of no consequence of the actual round itself. Nexus try to find Surreal, but here's Heavy God as well. 1-2 punch. 9-7, Endpoint. That's pretty nice. I was going to see the live with the screen right there. Nope. What's happening? Here we go. We've got a couple pauses on pauses. We're back live. Oh, tech pause. There we go. Thanks for taking time out here. I would imagine they go for the save again. I'd say they played safe here, go for the guns instead. We'll see exactly what that mounts up to later. But also, I don't think this is the pause they meant to call. Looking at one of their teammates has disconnected. So I would imagine we'll be back in a moment here. Raga, though. Hopefully it's going to be something simple. Hopefully it won't take us a long time. PC crash, unfortunately. Ouch. You know what? I think this time it is better to throw to a quick break. So, PC crash might take like a couple of minutes. We'll see you after a short intermission. Ladies and gents, don't go anywhere. Alright, so, this one, thankfully, didn't take too long. We've got all the SSDs hooked up. I guess got a quick PC, we're back. As the second half, it started with Endpoint taking the pistol. He starts this run off with Mighty Max finding 3. Barman Cash. Could be his new name as well. MHL. Had a slow first half. Here he's going to try to make up for that as well to start getting a little bit of confidence, but see what that really amounts to at the end of this one, I guess. I'd say at the moment he would be well and or pretty needed to make this second half something that Endpoint can be proud of. But then again, if you're here for Nexus, if you want to see the Romanian squad take this towards that third map, potentially get that win as well, you're hoping for the exact opposite. So pray on his downfall, I don't care. Do what you wish, but how that first map went, MHL, I think, is going to be a little bit needed either way. Often can be influential, and, well, for a good reason is. Here you can see as well, Moto, he got that opening kill. Did he find any more, though? Race smoke just deployed in a Molotov, or was there no... I don't think there was a Molotov, okay. Or Smek did take 2 damage. I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't matter. Vantik's that... don't really mean much here, but what does pique my interest here is Heavy God trying to lure through mid, because his teammate Curly, or team Curly, down a man. So he needs to make a little bit of space here, I guess, or should be able to find something to alleviate some of the pressure they're currently experiencing. Surreal and Mighty Max, the 2 British boys, they're trying to see if there's anything opened up towards the A site. Smoke deployed, one-man crate as well. BTN made useless. Heavy God, though, this is all him, baby. Look at this, the first kill found, and now attention diverted. You've got to watch out towards mid. The Moto, the man who wants to get rid of this as well, but can't do so. Last man is Raga. This round was a 3v4. But how the turntables? Good first shot, but Heavy got nowhere nearby to trade as yet. He doesn't want to be baited in by that first kill. Araga. Might have something here, but no kit. That's an issue. They even checked the moment as well. Mighty Max found the right timing to do so. Might do so again as well. There you go again. No time, no kits. Can't bait it out. Can't find the shots. Heavy God, he will. As Endpoint, they get their way back out of a 3v4. Convert the round into a victory. It came down to the mid. It came down to Heavy God finding those few kills to make things or make the round theirs. Nexus, their first gun round. Far from ideal. One, two again for the T-side entries. Pretty damn quick and... Damn, Fessor. He was ready for that. Goddamn. Don't know how Moda survives that. Here though, the B side. Taking it pretty damn easily. Second moto, that'll be hoping to save the AK, I would imagine. And, of course, medium up and down to confirm. Looking at Endpoint to get 12 here. And when they do, of course, I mean, next round, you mean, you've got the guns out yet again for Nexus, and if they don't start winning these rounds, I'm starting to see no way back into this one, unfortunately. I was hoping a lot more on a Vertigo, but this is still the early half. The next round... Who knows how that actually goes? I'm just, thinking how things are, thinking about how things might go if worst case scenario is there. If Nexus want to prove me wrong here, has to be done now. Seems though I like this. Pretty quick towards the B stairs, but here towards mid, you gotta watch out for. Man is named BTN. Really getting taken out. That opens up a lot of avenues for the CCT to work with, or start pressuring a ramp and a B ramp, or a B stairs at the same time. See how things are gonna be working out, but they might have been might have left Vessel alone towards A with the majority. Hoping Adam S hasn't pushed too far, but if he does, he'll be able to do that. But now Modo. Question is if Vessel is going to be ready for this. The answer is no. Even numbers. The only players they have at the moment are towards B here, so they kind of have to commit to this as well. Struggle on the fight, but T-side. Heavy got removed, puts him down to mad for now, but they still got to worry about a lot of things here. Problem is, if MHL tries to run back towards A, Mighty Max cannot afford to die here towards mid. That is just an absolute given, and timing is all that matters in this duel as well. There's the first, and immediately removed. MHL forced to save at that point. Nexus noticing they had nothing else, headed their way towards B. Took a bit of a gamble abandoning it, and it works out. So I might as well for Endpoint. We'll see what they manage to get up to after this one. Because they still got money in the bank. That is a certainty. They're not going to be running out of it anytime soon. At least not yet. Or... I say that, of course. I mean, I say not anytime soon, but then again... Not looking too great. Again. Same as previously. Aggressive beast there setup. See what they're going to be getting up to here again. Mighty Max. Wondering if he's got any chance or any say in how this round goes toward the B side of the map. He's going to find himself a Adams falling off the map now, falling off a cliff. But this T-side in the man advantage. Of course, this round could have decided how the last couple of ones go as well. Specifically, if Endpoint take this one, you can see money is not an issue only for the T side, but also for the CTs. And now in a 2v5. Mighty Max is keeping one of them towards B. Smek needs multi-kills here. Needs at least 3 to keep this one competitive. His teammate has found Mighty Max, and Smek, he's going to get caught out here. Not realizing that snuck up. Raga, you're asking a lot for a dead man here. 13 for Endpoint. Very much a uphill struggle for Endpoint at this point, or Nexus at this point. Let's see what they get up to. Already as well, the man advantage found. ETN, though, he's brought it back with one of his own. Of course, now, the B side is going to be under a heavy attack, and Adam S. M4. Again, you're asking for so much. These singular players, they had a 2-man setup, but it didn't work out. The anchor as well. Able to pull his weight back up the C side. Endpoint. Seems like they might be getting back into form here, and in this match, at least, the key players, weirdly enough, Mighty Max and Surreal, the ones whose form I pointed out at the beginning of the match as well, as having been, or having dipped for quite a while. Both in the lowest ratings in the team at .84 and .94 respectively. But right now, I mean, Surreal, top frag on map 1, what was it? 24, 25 kills. Yeah, 24 kills. 1.5 ratings, 100 ADR. Right now as well, Mighty Max, 90 ADR, 20k or 21 deaths. Kills, not deaths. They're looking pretty good. We'll see if this continues, though, because right now, Nexus, 6-round comeback required just to tie things up. 8 if they want to take it in overtime, or take it in regulation. 7 if they want to go OT. definitely a couple of things to keep an eye out on here as well, but perhaps prophecy of the CT side is a little bit too hard to handle for the Nexus side, but this starts off pretty well. Double entry. And Moto will hang on for a third as well. Now the only thing that matters is the timing. MHL has been spotted as well, so they're ready for this play. The deny map point. Nexus doing well for now. Besser only 1v5. Well, he's got talent. This one really too big of a task. Round 24 continues. T-side. A little bit more in the bank. Able to afford to buy again, though. Looking for a two-man setup potentially towards mid, but just for the nades, just for the util. I wanted to get ahead of that util. But this time, it was more than just one player here. A couple actually up as well included in that calculation. Professor does realize the A push can happen at the same time. They're going to try and deny that information for as long as they can, but Nexus can't make an educated guess where this is going. They're staring at the board and they're looking towards the B side. They would be correct in assuming that's the case at the moment. At least Raga. Survival for a couple of seconds. Smoke towards construction window as well. A small gap to work with. A lucky one-way to give some information as well, but they could walk close. By the way, we've got a 4v4. Fesser, the fact is, he didn't let the CT side push too far. They can't come back towards ramp to see what happened or what's happening here. Don't think that was a smoke for BTN, but that allows the Mighty Max as well to creep up here, find a headshot, and open up the avenue towards A site. Ray, Molly, Util, all fantastic for the shot as well, while now the rotations are coming through as well. Both players here for the CT side, there's no time to walk back. Endpoint have to full commit to this as well. But they've got to flank. This could be all or nothing here for them as well. But Adams, he's got that first one, and now you ask, Mighty Max to clutch out the 1v2. And he's got the Galil, but he doesn't have the second. Sharp with the first, but Raga survives. 14-10, Nexus still deny map point. Moving on to round of 25 instead. Half buy for Endpoint. This would be the best time for Nexus to get a little bit of money in case they end up losing a round here. Because right now, if Endpoint were to win a round, let's say the next one, money most likely wouldn't be looking too great here, but 5 surviving, 4 surviving here would have changed that for Nexus. We'll see if that's the case. Here's what you can see. First couple of kills, 1, 2, 3, pretty damn quick. Real Glock 18, while Moto pretty much holds the advantage in this fight. You can see why. He's got pretty damn crispy aim. Last man, of course, as well. I just walked into the AWP, but I mean, BTN walked in front of the op. Moto couldn't see it, but the trade is there. A 4 play surviving? I mean, hey, that's what I said. A 4 to 5 play surviving. Their money is gonna Get a slight boost as well there, so... Now we've got Moto and 7k in the bank still. Lost bonus 2k, or 1.9, so... Let's say if Endpoint, even if they were to reach 15 here, Nexus wouldn't be too out of it. They've got a chance to buy back. But at that point, again, you're still playing against map or match points, so... Yeah, it's not perfect by any means, but... It's something. You got something at that point, but Heavy God, he's got an entry this round. However, look at the amount of damage that has been done already. Heavy God and Mighty Max, both at 49, while MHL at 24 HP. Oof, MHL. Hold on, wait, what? He's been finished off here towards 8. Smoke the usual down towards the ramp as well. Fessor left attended to it. Seemingly, a bit of an idea here for Endpoint, right? You want to see what's happening towards this, towards the A side. They leave Fessor, while the rest of the pack is going to be focused searching towards the B side. Not the first time they've done this either, so keep that in mind if we go back to this now. For the last couple of rounds, if this gotta be happening, or perhaps it might change things up if things don't go too well. But you gotta take care of a couple of players. So far, the setup has been hit or miss. Adams has usually been expected to be here. He hasn't really been changing up his positions too much. 30 seconds remain. Mighty Max left towards B. Now, I'm not a fan of this. He's got nothing, and the moment gets spotted towards A. The best thing he can do is hope that his teammates recover the bomb and get back towards him, but that doesn't happen. Well, he's got to be able to maybe get this one, but even so, that's just a maybe. 14-12 instead. Nexus. $14-12. As well, you see the money soar a little bit more, so from now on, Nexus, they're going to be fine. No matter what, they're going to be fine. Endpoint, not so fine. Looking at the position they're in, 14-12, this could very quickly end up being a map 3 or 3 if they don't get their eggs sorted here, if they don't get their things together, so to say, PG, but I mean, it's the CT side. They're doing pretty damn well. Adams, again, they know he's going to be here, but still finds the right time to strike for the first one. It is a slight contention area, but even so, that's dealt with. Flashbang up in the air in MHL. And Dink comes out of him, but that's all. Singular casualty. 14-13. My Max looks for the entry as well, having found Raga. That's a big entry. That's as big of a trade as well to be found, however. Adam S. This time Academy towards the back of sight. It seems like Endpoint do want to fall back from this, though. Having pulled a rotation or two now gives them an idea of where they want to go instead. The A side weakened for at least a little bit. Here. Back towards B. CTs, though. This is a huge play that is very much questionable, but Adam S. Him finding Fessor frees up all of A now, and they can't make those rotations. Is a question of time. It's a contest of speed. Who gets their first MHL? He's already watching this. Window rotations slowed down. 3v3. Bomb about to go down in a couple of seconds, though. This is huge. Raga, or BTN, excuse me, having found the flank. Gets rid of that man advantage now. The T-side have to divert their attention to Real as well. He could want to see this as well. He needs to nail this one. If he doesn't, Danafor and BTN, he's expecting the player close. Taking his time, but take his time. It doesn't matter. Time is now an issue. Molotov wants to Real as well. If they don't have a smoke, it's Danafor, surely. Throw the smoke. Nade to go on it as well. Moto close to a dead man as well, but now under the defuse. Trying to defuse, trying to make sure he gets pulled over the line to 14 all. And that it is. That nade a little bit different, or a little later, slightly more to the right. Whatever it is, but it doesn't go. Doesn't stick. This one keeps going. My God. Endpoint with a quick little timeout as well there. Gotta see what how things are gonna be going. I'll get back into the game now. Let's see where we're going to be getting ourselves up to with round of 29. All important for Nexus, right? They were down quite a bit. You needed to be, what, 6 in a row to tie things up? 7? Something like that. And, yeah, 6 in a row to tie things up, I think. 7 to OT and 8 to win it. I think it was 14-6, right? So in order to pull this through so far, but my God, heavy God. That is nasty. I didn't even realize it was 2, but absolutely beautiful. Oh no. Him and his teammate here, a little bit of damage from the AWP, but they find that kill. That means the A side is open for a couple of seconds here. Here comes the util. Clear whatever you can. The CT side, they've got players already close by in the smell of smoke. MHL decided to spray into it as well. Above the smoke, no MHL. Above Overwatch, he's acting as the man in charge to make sure this goes their way. Endpoint. It's taken 6 in a row for Nexus to finally the Endpoint get back anywhere on the scoreboard, anywhere on the leaderboard, and now at round 30-1 that matters. I said it doesn't matter what at one point Endpoint get around, Nexus they'll be fine. They've got the money. They got a bunch of money. And now they have to use it. And we'll have to see what this last round does. What are we going to find here? He's already... some utility has got to be missing. They're hoping that we'll let that slide. What is... What? That's alright, sure. Back down to 41 from his teammates. Minute left. Endpoint. I said keep an eye on what these mid rounds now look like. Usually they have a left fist or towards A. This time, all 5B. This could be what it really changes these rounds. But Nexus, just as competitive as to stop this as well themselves. Adam S wants to get into overtime! And with a triple spray, he might have just done it. Time is there for the T-side to work their way back into this, but the position of the CTs is too much to handle. BTN, an absolute menace. Mighty Max has had many chances in clutches already, but now the one that has to count is this one. Both so damn close as well, but Mighty Max, they know exactly where he's gone as well here. He's not playing the site. He's not playing the smoke. We go to overtime instead. This continues, ladies and gents. We're not done with Vertigo just yet. Endpoint. If they want this one, it'll have to work a little bit harder. We'll see you in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Alright, what's up, what's up, what's up? We're back real damn quick here. As Endpoint currently favored by the odds, but we'll see how the match itself concludes on Vertigo. Is Mirage needed? Stick around to find out. Gonna find out real damn quick. Quick trades. Quick everything. Orb is well spotted towards sandbags. Give it 2 seconds, Moto's gone. Leave it with the fishes. Next entry looks to be chased down by Surreal, but he's got too to worry about here to a sidewalk. But he's gonna just keep on going. Hold W. It's a religion. He loves that one. 3v1 for the CT or for the T side and out as well to finish this one off with. You can see Mighty Max lurking from the other side of the map as well. And he's going for the bomb just to get towards B here. And MHL 22 HP just has to make sure that Adam S doesn't get the kill too easily here. Might be a little bit out of luck here. The positioning is pretty damn good. He's got a clear ramp to find MHL. Now you're playing the retake. 2v1. Util is there for the T side of CTs, not so much. Oh, did pick up smoke on his way towards A now. Adam has no way to actually win this one anymore. There's no time. But he's going to try anyway. Mighty Max just gets here close. Make sure he's not on it. Gets 16 to end, but it's a little bit too late for that now, but... I mean, hey, better late than never. You're still competing for 19 in overtime number 1. Our producer, I will say, Otosh did say we might be headed to double overtime and map 3 here. He said that at the start of this map, I think. So, you know what? We might have a bit of a profit after all here. Producers, they know some things. We'll see if we go to double OT, though. We'll see if we go to map 3. Maybe he's just a phony. Find out soon enough, either way. Again, B stairs has been a contention point for quite a lot of these rounds. Similar to this one again. Fessor left alone towards A, 2 guys towards mid, 2 towards B ramp. B stairs, same thing. See what this one now does bring. Ooh, hold on. Dodging the smoke, Raga. Flashed off the angle, couldn't really afford it to go through at that point. Maybe there's going to be another flash, maybe he still wants to go, but... Sage instead of T's side, they are playing the trading game, but Raga eventually gets his due. Goes back out towards mid, finds 2 from that as well. Oh, Fessor. This is all him. If he finds one kill here, they have a chance to go back towards A, but no. Trapped, locked in. Playing a 2v4. A losing game at this point. MHL could bring one of these back. It's Adams. Or Adam S and Raga. Problem is, Mighty Max needs to give him a bit of a guard here. Flashbang to try and afford the first fight here. And there it is, but... Raga expecting a flash. Peeks after. Finished the round off as well. Picks up 4 kills for himself. Picking up 16 to Nexus. Moving on again now to round number 33 here. So, CT side of Nexus, it was a questionable one for a little bit. The comeback from 14-6 down. Or 14-8, 14-6. What are those two? 14-8, I believe it. To get it all the way to overtime. Endpoint ran out of money. Momentum switched. It flipped. We find ourselves awaiting the results of this one to see if we even go towards that third map. Ooh. 1-2 punch for the T side to get entries. Couple players as well towards A still. We'll see how this goes. Fessor has been pretty forgiving in this position with pushes, and this time again will be outed from ramp. That again should confirm the plan of that Endpoint did have in this round, headed towards B here, but Heavy God could find himself one towards the window, but they've got to worry about Moto as well. 2 players now towards B that they have to find, and Surreal. That is a beautiful quick spray transfer as well. Make a last man standing, running. Gunning it for the B side as well. Molotov goes out, but one planter is MHL. Low on HP. He's got it removed as well. Now you got to worry about mid here. He didn't spot Heavy God early, but now he can try to get up the defense as well. He's got to tap that immediately as well. Get him out of position, but now Smek. A little bit of noise. They know he's not on it anymore. Last throw is gone out. He's got a USP only. Bit of work done Surreal, but not on Heavy God. AK pulled out. And this one really is going all over the place here. 17-16. Who knows if we're going to be ending it here, but what I do know is that Endpoint now headed towards that CT half. Ooh. Today is already taking a load out of me. Taking a load out of every one of us here. There's currently 1:17 in the night here, so we're 17 past 1. It is past midnight for our producers as well in Poland, so you know it's a bit of a long day, but it sometimes happens. We'll see if we if we go for a little bit longer here as well. If double OT map 3 is if that's real. Here, Moto. He finds himself suffering already in this round to MHL and his AWP. What's next here? Again, this is slow right now for the side of Nexus. They have no control towards round, but they are going to show themselves sooner or later as well with MHL. He's up, spotting the first matter. Doesn't know how many. Molotov to get rid of him as well towards Ivy, but now play has to be made as well. But look at who wants to get ahead of this one as well as Fessor. They know he's here, has no util to get out of the position, needs help here. Mighty Max doesn't have any flashbangs either. He's got nothing. And Nade's the best he can do at MHL. He can do even better. They've got nothing to get rid of him either. It's a 2v5 with the B side, but there's that first one. He can try and strike with the trades with 10 seconds to get the bomb down. This is 18 for Endpoint. Adams can't even survive. 2 map points, 2 match points for Endpoint. As this is absolutely ludicrous, we find ourselves in a position like this. Side. to get something here. Need to get rid of Fester as well. He's got to try and do some of the same towards the other side, but a little bit of a spray, a little bit of a spam. They instead get rid of him and Mighty Max to fall as well. The aggressive play towards A, absolutely. Will be smacked. There's only one decider in this round, and it's the T side of getting those entries. Now you're just hoping these last couple of plays, they've got that clutch potential. MHL's real right now. They at least feel like those are good plays to bet on Heavy God as well. Here I go. Going to be the one who's outdone them as well. Last man, Heavy God. Needs to live up to the latter part of his name here. Needs to show us a 1v4 if he wants to end this here. We're going to get to work with 3 players to find them, and they're not going to let him get anywhere nearby. That's the problem. Boulder might have been spotted as well. Someone called it out to him, but the fact is, Moto has the... Oh! Not anymore! However, can't find another. My god. He's hyper aware of these positions. He knows what sort of setups they're holding. At 18-17. Oh my. Back as well, first man to reach 30 in this game, and we're in OT. We've got one man finally reaching 30. This has been a game where somehow we haven't had that many kills. It's been a lot of saving, apparently. 7 to 10 rounds worth of saving on average, apparently. As the quick eye check tells me. MHL, though, he's going to find an opening here. Endpoint, they want to end this here as well, but Fessor, him removed, makes things a little bit more difficult again. Down him to just even numbers. And towards A ramp as well, my Max. He had this exact same idea last round with Fessor. But it's a different approach this time for Nexus instead, towards a B. Heavy God will be tested yet again. He's got Surreal to help out. They've got a full bat belt of util between the two of them as well to start off with the first one as well. Heavy God's burning! Doesn't realize it, barely gets out of there. CT side, they've got to try and get back into the site as well. There's worse. What about it now? Do you want to go? But it's the CT side, they've got Surreal close by the M4 full blind. Can connect 1 and 1. As 1 and 2, we're going to double OT if the T side get their wish. Nade, could it be enough? But no. One last man, it's double overtime. Nexus, keep fighting, keep going. My god, there's no end in sight. Our producer started to look more and more like a prophet here. He's a nade. To the C side now, though. Again, you gotta keep this up here for a little bit longer. You gotta get a couple of rounds here. Gotta be said for either one of these teams with this fight. I don't even know who's gonna be taking this one because it is so damn back and forth. MHL, he's trying something funny with his teammate towards A. They basically abandoned all of mid as well. There's a timing to work with, but on B, Heavy got it. If he gets flash off the angle, if he gets naded, that could be it here for him. Oh. He spotted the god as well, though. Why the idea? Nade goes out. I gotta try and gamble off the back of this as well. Bomb still bottom of B stairs. There's a chance here, but BTN, he might just send him out towards the B so to scour it alone. We've got Surreal holding at the B and as well, holding towards default, will be found. No one else from the back of that, however, instead they're backing away. And towards A as well, you've got MHL making this T side reconsider where do they want to go. What's the op it is, MHL. Really quick. New fan for him, that's good. 15 seconds though. 2 plays on the site. This could be everything here if they find him. They need to get 2, but Fessor, he'll be the one doubling up instead to get 19. Again, that's not the magic number in double OT though. For those who may not know, if you're maybe a little bit new to Counter-Strike, haven't seen overtime, but maybe you play matchmaking only. Overtime, number 1, you go to 19. Number 2, if we go to overtime number 2, which we have here, you're looking at number 22. From there, you go to number 25. And what, the 29 then? Is a couple of these things, but either way. $19-18. That's the current scoreline. Reels well. Ooh, follow that. Molly should... Yeah, should let him... Or should be allowing him to keep this area under wraps for a couple of seconds, but they seemed aware of that as well. Trades back and forth, 3v3 now, T side. Thinking of where to wrap. The bomb still trucked all the way towards the bottom of B as well. They have to go back for that, or bottom of elevator shaft. Heavy got it towards B. They know he likes to be around these parts, but exactly where? BTN spotted as well. Heavy got wants to try and defend. But the damage he's done, it could be enough. Now he's been spotted as well. If they have an Ada Molotov, they could get rid of him as well. But instead, Mighty Max, through CT, jumps across the gap. Adams planted on A, 1v1 now. Mighty Max, again, he's had so many clutches. So many attempts, but that isn't going the way he wanted to. Getting rid of Heaven, however, now last man is towards the sandbags. Adams. What do you do? Oh, the Molotov! Just wait for it to land and it's a different story, but Adams instead at 1v2. You put us back to 19-19 again. The C side. They're not done yet. They're giving this era everything. Anything else they have, I don't know. Because right now, I mean, it is just an impossible call to make. However, decent entries. Fessor, who had that one at the spawn, so went for it. It is what it is, right? Thanks for the kill. V4 on the Endpoint side. Let's try to get this towards 20 from this half as well. Nexus down a man. Many times they've gone here. MHL has been holding from the Ivy position. This time, bit of a different idea, a bit of a different approach to this one. I believe he's holding towards mid instead here. He's got Fessor watching this angle instead of this up. We'll see if this catches them off guard. Maybe they thought it was just a single up. They gave the spawn to him. Little do they know, it's double up instead. Util is going to be important in this one with the time. There's 15 seconds left in the rotation. They can start to come through as well here. MHL nade. However, no damage has been dealt to any of the players just yet, so it's not going to be enough, but at least chip away down to low HP. And Sandbag is willing to spot one more. The head removed. Last man is now Adams and running out of the smoke. You go around 20. Endpoint. Advantage at halftime again. They had an 18-16. They had 2 chances to close things out in first overtime. But now, back to the T side. What are they gonna do? Because so far, problem is, Nexus, they've been catching these, or catching wind of what the plan is for Endpoint, right? Fessor so often left alone, passive towards ramp. They push it, they get a kill. Smek, he's been wonderful at that. 30 kills as a result as well. He's been stuck here for a while, but still. Now we gotta get something more. Whether or not even that's gonna be the same sort of game plan we have for both these teams, I don't know, but at this point it's getting real exhausting for both these teams as well. You've used so much and you do not want to make a single mistake. Sometimes it gotta be helped though. Losing focus. Gotta be a potential issue at this point of the game, but here towards mid. 3 players running out and Heavy got a full blind. Removed immediately. Put it back to a 4v4. Again, same stuff they're doing again. Fessor all alone towards A. Not even towards A ramp, but holding behind a Smek. Seems like he finally might start to think about pushing this, but no. Got this now again. Gotta find that first. Surreal's quick as a flick, but the damage has been dealt onto him instead. Gotta get rid of Smek though. Although we'll displace him. Surreal will remove him. Early grave, and now looking for 21 again. They're trying to get a map and match point here for Endpoint, but you got 3 plays to worry about. Time is an issue yet again, same as that last round. 10 seconds if that bomb gets dropped for 1, it's over. If it's over, and now Mighty Max trades immediately a Moto behind the smoke. Can't do anything about this one. This is 21, surely. Quick trades. MHL. Mighty Max, they keep this one in play. That is just a seconds or 2 difference. And it goes the other way. But now, 21-19. Endpoint. Again, 2 match points. It was 18-16. They let it go. Now that they're in the T side, they can dictate the pace a little bit more. MHL top fragger removed by Heavy God. Heavy slide. 1-2. Why not a third? But can't do it so. That's insane damage though, and this is the Endpoint saying enough is enough. They've had it up to here with their antics. A site locked in, loaded. Adam S locked out. Molotov's smoke's headed his way. He can't do anything about this round itself or this bomb plant. Or maybe he can, but nope! It's Mighty Max! To finish it, it is 41 rounds of Counter-Strike we play on this second map. And it is a 2-0 victory at the end of it as well for Endpoint. As it takes a whole lot longer than necessary. My god, if that is not a show, I don't know what is. Well fought fight, but here we have it, Endpoint. They gave it their everything. So did Nexus. So did I, my god. That is insane. MHL 34 kills at the end of that one, but it's a simple A rush that gets it over the line. Endpoint, they go to the 2-0 bracket. They have a chance to head into the playoffs in their next game clean, but they've got a couple of difficult teams to get past. I believe there's Algo Team, Spirit Academy. Correct me if I, hold on. Wait, no. What did we just watch? Why did I forget what the game we just watched before this? I don't remember anymore. It's been so long. But all of that, though, I will say you can check out on Twitter at CCT_GG for all the games we have coming up. They're going to be announced tomorrow, announced early in the morning. That's where we come back. This today, Counter-Strike, it's done. We're over. We're way behind schedule, but this is it, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for watching. Commiserations to Endpoint, or congratulations. Nexus close, but knows the god in the 1-1 brackets. We come back tomorrow with more Counter-Strike. But for today, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys for more Counter-Strike tomorrow.
I have a very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.